Waiting on this. Yo, 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 yo. We are on one, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic. I'm your host, alongside with my lovely co-host, the real Shay Rosa. And we on one. And we here, y'all. It's summer officially, even though they didn't say that yet on the news and all that. But for us out here in the world shaking and moving already, it's summer already. And it's hot outside. So we're gonna keep it going, keep the content going. I'm sorry. Shay, you want to take it over and introduce your guest today? You know what I'm saying? Who's in the pot with us today?
Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome to the pot. We have Boston's own official D Nation in the building. Thank you for joining us.
What's good? What's good, everybody? How y'all
Welcome,
doing?
Welcome.
So D Nation,
tell us about
yourself.
Tell
us a bit about you, man. Let the people know.
Born and raised in Boston, but I've traveled a lot of different places. Lived in North Carolina, did a little bit of time in New Jersey. So I've been around, but through my experience in life, I always built the understanding to understand that through music, I always felt like if you got a chance to talk to the world, what are you gonna say? A lot of these famous people got a chance, the world in their palms, and they say absolutely nothing. So one of my missions is to leave something behind, whether it's a legacy, a story, from struggle to fucking redemption to
watch
living
your
the
mouth.
best life.
We keep it clean here. We keep it clean.
That's okay.
To living life to the fullest, you feel me? That'd be the biggest goals and dreams, you feel me? But my apologies for cursing.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
So you wanna leave behind your stories, your legacy, so you have a plan for your words that you leave behind.
Yeah, I feel like personally, like words live on forever. Music lives on forever. So a lot of people, what do you want to stand for when you're gone? If you listen to any of my songs, most of my songs is about experiences that I've been through or experiences that I've seen. So it's like later on when it's over, you listen to a D Nation song, you're gonna be like, yeah, that was D Nation. That was really him. You feel me? Compared to everybody trying to follow a fad or everybody trying to be like the next person and follow what the next person's doing instead of doing what you was originally doing. What made hip hop so beautiful was originality.
Right.
Absolutely, I agree with you there. So explain your style of rap to the people and to the fans. The fans might know you, but for those that are new to you, explain your style of rap and what inspired you to come up with this style. Break it down a bit.
Well, honestly, I've been through foster homes and shelters and stuff like that growing up at an early age. So my biggest inspiration that brought me into music at first, honestly, it wasn't rap. First, it was R&B. I fell in love with the songs of singers and people, how you can move a crowd and get somebody to think. Then it went into Tupac, honestly. Tupac's been one of my biggest aspirations growing up. From the Dear Mamas to I wonder if you feel me, Brenda's having a baby. Like things like that. Like when you listen to certain songs and the stories behind it, like Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. A damn shame the girl don't even know her name. Like I know girls like that. I've been through situations in my life when people in passed and things like that. You feel me? So it's like I know struggle very, very well. So
True telling.
not that I want to be struggling and shit, but like
Right.
I know it. So it's like I try to tell those stories because those are the stories that touch other people who might be in that corner that feel they can't break out of it and feel alone, like nobody's been in this situation like they have. You feel me?
Right. So true telling. So you wanna be able to always tell the truth and in your music and in your life, and everything that you do is going to leave your legacy and your story and the stories of others behind.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Yeah, because it's like I don't want to be considered no positive rapper because I'm not always positive. Sometimes you might hear me have a song about destroying 1,000,000 people, but that's because I'm probably angry at that moment or dealing with some type of anger I'm trying to release. So when it comes to music, it's a very spiritual creative process. I don't know, like to me it's spiritual cleansing.
Right. It's a therapeutic place. It's a cleansing. It's a place to release all of everything that's inside of you, your inhibitions and everything
Absolutely.
that you're holding on to, or how you can speak or teach others, maybe
Yeah,
in some
true.
way.
Like it's like you never know what might touch somebody. It's not, you might not do it intentionally. It's never,
Okay,
but
so let's talk about more in depth about you as an artist, right?
yeah.
Let's talk about what growing up in Boston was like for you. Um, let tell the people uh what life was like, and what drove you to the music. You know what I'm saying? I know you just broke down where the music comes from, but break it down as far as how you got started all the way. Like let's break it, like
What
we
got me
really
into it?
going there on
What
here. You know what I'm saying?
first really got me into it?
Yeah. So how
Be
old were
honest,
you when
like
you first started? How old were you when you first started?
Picked up that pen and that paper. Where were
Right.
you?
And what was it that drew
Yeah.
you to pen? So let's break it
I'll
down.
be honest, 100%. My older brother Johnny. Shout out to my older brother Johnny. Like he put me into the scenario to make me start writing. And I'll be honest, it's because it was back in the day. And I'm gonna say this: people who know about it, don't look at my age, but whatever. The Hangman album, the Hangman mixtape came out in Boston years ago. They was doing auditions to try to get on the Hangman mixtape, Hangman 3 or some shit. I mean,
Uh,
Hangman 3.
bro,
Sorry, yeah.
you gotta watch them out,
Yeah,
bro.
I
You
got you.
gotta
I got
keep
you.
it
Yeah.
clean. Like you gotta keep it clean, bro.
Nah, you right,
Okay,
though.
go ahead.
So Hangman 3 was a mixtape that Benzino and Made Men had coming out years ago.
Ooh, okay.
And when they dropped this mixtape, I had to be like 12, 13 years old. My older brother at the time was going to Madison Park. He was into rapping. He was first getting into rapping. I was going to Boston Arts Academy for singing. So it's just crazy how I transitioned from singing to rapping. But he came to me like, yo, bro, I need you to be on my mixtape. Do you mind singing on the hooks? This to this. Come up with some R&B hooks for me. And I said, all right, this is the first time I ever tried to write a song. Now, mind you, when I was younger, I used to write poems.
Hmm.
Poems was my way to even. I was a shy kid. I might like this girl, and I wouldn't want to say nothing to her personally because I'd be like, well, what if she rejects me or whatever? So I'll write a letter with a little poem attached to it in elementary school. You feel me? So it started from the poems and transitioned into, oh, I could do this. This is easy. So I started writing R&B songs, hooks. Then I'm seeing my brother finish a whole mixtape. I'm like, yo, maybe if I could rap, I started writing raps. And then from there, like I always been competitive. Like I want to be the best at everything I do. You feel me? Like I believe in the laws of attraction, the art of tolerance, and everything else. So it's like, yeah, if I can focus on this, and that's where it took off. That's where it took off from there.
Oh man, that's what's up. So tell the people a bit about some artists you worked with along the way.
Well, honestly, in my life, I don't work. I don't work with. Honestly, Exit Fame, me and him did a song. Shout out to Exit Fame. He's doing this thing right now. My boy Mike Constantino. Shout out to Mike Constantino. He's doing this thing right now. Pop artists across the world. Beyond that, I haven't really worked with too many people as far as artists. Like I'll be honest, because like when it comes to artists these days, even in growing up, it's like if he was in my circle, like I could name all my boys and stuff I work with. But people on the outside, as far as people on the outside, it's like it's always been like everybody be trying to click up. You're a part of this team or a part of this team or and
Right,
me, I just never been for that. Like I rap, we gonna do a song, let's do a song. I don't care if you got beef with these dudes or that dudes because it has nothing to do with me. That's your own personal thing, you feel me? But like
right,
even coming from the mixtape era, trying to hustle mixtapes, like you got the ones that like, yeah, my cousin raps too. I would buy your mixtape, but my cousin raps. Like, yo, bro, if you're gonna buy the mixtape, buy the mixtape. It's a support, you feel me? So it's a difference, like I would love to do features with a lot of people, but some people look at me like maybe I'm too arrogant or maybe I'm not that. But I'm cool. I'm cool. You feel me? I'm chill. I'm not a argumentative type person unless you bring it to that type of situation. So it's like I'm willing to work with anybody, but I just feel like some people are, I don't know, not intimidated, but they have their own outlook of me before they even know who I am as a person.
And that's a hard place for the support level. Um, I think growing up from where we come from, here in Boston and other places as well. Support is something that you're constantly trying to find. And I think reaching outward and finding your niche in the world, everyone's looking for that.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking for their
Yeah.
spot,
It's
you
sad
know.
to say. I done sat in front of like label meetings in front of people, and I done been in front of big execs. And the outlook from my city, as far as Boston goes, is why should we push somebody from a city that nobody in the city even will support? And it's sad to say, but that's everybody's from the. Millies is doing his thing from Cambridge. Whether he's from Boston or not, he's from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Massachusetts is part of Boston. Boston, Massachusetts. So
Right,
personally, I don't separate. Shout out to anybody who made it from a city. You feel me? Like if you're doing
right,
something bigger than life right now, when you're supporting your family, you're feeding your family, that's a beautiful thing. But when it
right,
comes to us, it's like even Cousin Stiddy's from the heart of Boston, and not one
right,
person in Boston I see pushing or sharing him at all.
right.
But
We
then
have a
people
lot
be
of talent here.
and people be upset like when people get out of the city and they take off like Bia and other people like, yo, why didn't push me up, why didn't lift me up?
Hey, listen, sometimes it take that though, you know, and honestly, I'm a product of that because at one point, and I'll be completely honest with that, you know, for some people, the work ethic might not be there yet until you get to that other place. You know what I'm saying? When your home is so much, when your home element is so much that deters you from doing your mission,
Yep.
whatever it is. For me, that was the issue. So I'll say it depends. You know what I'm saying? It depends. For some people, they need to be going in order to do what they need to do and become successful.
Yep.
Right.
And
I
for
see
some,
that.
that happens. So I agree with you there, but I also know that, you know, sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes you got to leave to get in the position that you want to get into.
Yep.
And
And
then
I'll
you
say
can
this,
double back and come home and, you know, do what you need to do home.
like you know about biblical things and stuff, and they say even in the Bible and in certain religions, the prophet's not respected in their hometown. And
Right,
I take things like that literal when I really think about it, and you pay attention to what that means. It's like
right.
I grew up around you. You've been around me your whole life, so you're used to me being a certain way. Most people can't see you any other way than the way they envisioned you already.
Yeah, when you change it, it hit them different. And some
Yep,
people can't accept it.
they
Some people
can't.
have a hard time accepting change. How did he become this person? He wasn't
Yeah,
like that
yep.
when I left. That's a
That's
part
true.
of growth,
That's
you know?
exactly what
It's
it is.
growth.
That's not who I
Yeah.
know. He was this. He
He-
can't be doing that. You can never do that because you're this person. Like,
Right. How he do that? How he get this person? How he talk to that person? How he get over here? Yeah. You know, and it's because, you know, and it becomes a time in life where you have to grow up and evolve. And for some people, they have a crab in a barrel mentality. So they
yep.
want to pull you down as you climb out. And once you climb out, you see that it's so much more here, you know, and that's how it goes. I
So,
know I'm saying it like that,
all
but
right, no,
that's the
you're 100%
reality. You
on
know
the
what I'm
money with
saying?
it.
Like,
It's
it's a
sad, but it's the truth.
reality, you know, and
You're
yeah,
100% on the money. Like, for real, I just did it. My last few shows been in New York. And, like, I see the transition and difference of how people treat you out of town compared to in your own city. Like, these people, I can say I did a show recently. I never performed here a day in my life in Brooklyn. But they singing the song. You feel me? They're finishing my words when I lose breath for a second. They continue on it, and to me that was just like, this is hip hop right here.
Yeah.
right.
Feel me? It's a whole different ball game, and I'm not taking nothing from my city. I love my city to death, but it's
Right.
a difference from me do a show and perform for artists, or me doing a show and now Vinny Idol follows me. Now Jeremy Howard from Power follows me. You feel me? Like it's a difference from who's in the audience when you're doing these shows. You feel me?
Right. Right.
Absolutely.
It's like if you're gonna present an opportunity, and people got mad at me for saying stuff like this before, like because nowadays the biggest thing, at least like I keep saying my city, because I don't know if every city is the same. It's like they book these celebrities and charge artists 500 600 a slot to perform, and
Yeah,
I'm
we
telling
just was
artists,
talking about that when I had that girl Olivia on Stirring the Pot, and we was talking about that how Even the radio stations, they charge $400, $500, $600 for the local artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that's what this show is about, highlighting both.
Yeah.
Big name artists, big name entertainers, entrepreneurs, whatever, and artists, and underground as well. So, like, I'm not one of those type of people that be like, oh, yeah, you got to pay X, Y, Z. It is a fee. It's going to be a fee eventually.
Yeah, of course.
But starting up, bro, I'm not trying to tap nobody's pockets and have them all broke. Like, yo, I got to pay $500 to do this, this podcast interview and all that.
What was that, D?
Something that you're going to pay for that's beneficial is worth paying for. So I can never say people shouldn't pay for certain things that they're supposed to get.
Right.
But me, exactly, the only thing that I say that I have any type of complaints about is when you're paying to perform for people who won't even acknowledge you. What I mean by that is, like, people bring these celebrities out and charge these artists. There's probably 10 to 15 artists on a showcase. And you
it costs to even do that, though. It even costs to do that, though. And one thing that I'm learning is, even about this industry, is that everything costs. You know what I'm saying? And so I understand trying to make a profit back of what you spend. But, the whole ordeal with that is being reasonable with the artist. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be that, because then they'll want to come back to you. They'll want to, even if it is a fee, whatever that fee is, if you're not tapping their pockets out to the max, then they'll come back. But if you one of those type people that's like, oh yeah, it's $1,000 to get on,
there's a
method. Might not even double back and come see you because you're charging so much.
Paying to be in certain positions, like I said, but this I try to pick and choose what I would pay for. Like, I'd rather pay $500 or $600 to sit in front of a label A&Rs and perform than to pay $500 or $600
absolutely
in front of a celebrity who's gonna leave and not probably even shake your hand.
Right.
Like, you feel me? It's like it gotta be lucrative.
Yeah, that's why I say it depends on the situation. It depends. It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
It really depends. But I agree with you there. The artist shouldn't be overcharged to highlight their talent. You know what I'm saying?
It's expensive. Being an artist in general, you're an artist too. It's very expensive.
If you that's why I said that. That's why I said one thing I'm learning about the podcast side of it. It costs. Like, it literally costs. You know what I'm saying? So,
it costs for everything.
It costs for everything you want to do. Anything you want to do in life, there's a price to be paid. Even and sometimes we make sacrifices that we have to make. There are sacrifices that we have to make in order to do what we want to do. And it depends on you how far you go.
And it depends on how far you're willing to go as an artist. How far you're willing to.
Nowadays, basically, you gotta basically spend money to push yourself into people willing to spend money on you.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, honor or integrity? If you had to choose, which one would it be and why?
Say honor or integrity?
Mm-hmm.
Well, honestly, integrity.
Tell why?
Because people's judgment or honor can be more than one different thing, but your integrity is something internal. You feel me? Like, so it's like my integrity means a lot to me. Like, what I stand for, everything that I believe in. You feel me? Compared to if you feel like, yo, you honor what I'm doing, or you feel it's a difference. So I feel like integrity is way more important than honor.
All right, Shay, go ahead.
What's your favorite cartoon or anime and why?
My favorite cartoon?
Yeah.
Honestly, growing up, my favorite cartoon was Darkwing Duck.
Okay. Why?
It was either that or Mr. Scrooge, because Darkwing Duck was just a rich, chill, low key hood. Like, I don't know, like cartoon. Like,
all right. I see why. He was that guy. He was a devious kind of character.
Yeah. Very, very.
Darkwing Duck. Okay.
All right. So let's talk about any projects you got going on. You got any projects you're working on? Let's break that down to the people.
I'm honestly working towards dropping this EP real soon. Like, honestly,
okay, what's the name of it?
It's gonna be Born Again. Honestly, Born Again. That's the name as of right now. But as far as is it gonna stay, I'm not sure. But right now, I have a song video called "Just to Make You Proud" that's about to come out within the next few weeks. After that, I got a few other songs. I actually be recording and writing constantly, but not releasing because I be trying to pick and choose what I want to release and when to release it.
Okay. Okay. So what can they expect on this project?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear you. I said,
yeah.
what can they expect on this project?
Well, honestly, elevation, growth, the maturity from what I was and where I am now. You feel me? Like even the way I carry myself in rapping and holding beats and melodies, there's a difference, a way difference from trying to, it's more so me finding me. I no longer care personally how far it takes me. I just know I want to leave something behind. So at the end of the day, I'm not doing it to become the biggest artist in the world. And I never wanted to be the best rapper in the world. But when it comes to songwriter, that's all my aim's always been has been when I'm gone is being remembered as an incredible songwriter.
Right.
Okay, okay. What's on your bucket list?
As far as things I want to do,
Yeah, what's a couple things on your bucket list?
I don't know. I don't know, like, cause as time progresses, my bucket list changes. Back in the day, one of my bucket lists is for me and Hove to do a song together. But now I'm like, Hove, that may not happen. He's at retirement age and all that stuff. So it's like, I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I would definitely love to still do a song with Nas. He's still kicking them out. So it's
Okay,
like,
all right,
and
all right.
honestly, I rock with Hit Boy and Hit Boy's father, Hit Boy's father, Big Hit. Shout out to him too. Like, dude been showing me mad love, always sharing my music and stuff. Like, so I would definitely do a song with them.
Okay, okay. All right,
Okay.
that's on the bucket list. All right, throw it out. Throw it
Okay.
out.
So which one do you like better? Do you like the creative side or the performance side of music? And tell me why.
Personally, I love creating, but performing is a whole different element. I love the
Okay,
stage
let's break that down a bit. Why do you like performing so much?
because I feel like every time I hit a stage, that's when people get a full understanding of who I am. And what I mean by that is people can hear my music. They might see a video, but when they see me live and they feel that you feel me, the pain or the hunger or the just the feeling of how I feel passionate about my music, it always
Right.
gets the awe feeling. I always leave people in shock. People stopping me like, yo, bro, that was incredible. I might not get that all the time with the songs when you first hear it come out or listening to it on the radio, but when people see me live, it's a whole different ballgame.
It is. It is. What is like one of your favorite moments that you've had from like being out in the crowd? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
what is one of your favorite
I
moments?
can't. My highlight was last year. Nothing compares to me to any show I ever did in my life to performing for this frat party at MIT. Like nothing. Like I done did a lot of shows in my life, but MIT frat party was like the biggest moment ever to me. And the reason why I say that is because the students came to me like, yo, we've been following you for a while because shout out to MIT, I work for them. Like, we've been following you for a while, could you want to perform in one of our frat parties? And I'm like, yeah, this to this. And when I go there, at first it's empty. They bring me up to some room, like, yo, this is a chill room, this to that. I go downstairs and meet my cousin. I come back in, they like, go back in that room. They're like, yo, your fans is out there. Come outside right now. Yo, you ready to perform right now. I come out the room and it's 4 stories flooded with students. Like, I'm talking about I couldn't even walk to see me perform. I've never had, and it got to the point, like, even shout out to the DJ. Like he'll tell you, like they was jumping on top of his DJ booth trying to get on the stage, and I'm telling them chill out there. I said to the crowd, like, yo, follow me over here, and the whole crowd followed me against the wall.
That's what's
And
up,
I
man.
like just to
So,
have that control and power was something incredible. The only regret I have is I didn't tell nobody to follow me on social media.
But they
yeah, it
I
knew
was
you.
sounds
just
like you
focused.
like turning up to the max and getting the energy of the people, man.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah, that's the best feeling in the world to see people smile, to see people excited, and like
yeah,
off of something you created.
That energy must
yeah.
have been like just magnetic. Like everything around you, you could just feel them
And
just
it's
love.
sad to say I would have said my last show in Brooklyn with Vinny Idol and them following me was a highlight, but the students, I can't lie, nothing compares to that. Nothing.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah,
That was.
that's definitely dope, and I think you're a dope artist, bro.
I
So
saw the footage, by the way. I did see the footage, and it was amazing seeing it.
Trust, I wish I could rewind that day every day.
all right, so we got 5 minutes before we get to the deep talk, right? So before we get there, let's talk top five. Who's the top five for D Nation, and who is he listening to? You know
Top
what I'm
five
saying?
in music, always number one for me is gonna be Tupac. After that, I'm gonna put Hove. After Hove, I'm gonna put Biggie, of course. Can't leave Biggie out of it. After
Yeah,
that,
that's a fact.
I gotta put, you know, Most Def, Talib Kweli.
All right, that's five right there.
Yeah, you know, I like lyrical artists. Like,
Yeah, okay. You like conscious and street lyrical.
He already
yeah,
said Nas, so he already
Yeah,
said
he
him.
said Nas, that was his first place, and that was before the top five. So
Five
yeah,
Pop already said
that
that.
was before the top five.
And
yeah, Nas is incredible, honestly. Nas, if you listen to, he started at 13 rapping like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what's up.
he's one of my favorites as well. He's one of my
That's
favorites.
definitely what's up. That's definitely what's up. All right, man. So you got the energy going. You told us your top five. So, we can get into it early, even though we had 5 minutes. Uh, Tell us anything before we even get into the deep talk. Tell me anything that you feel about the current state of hip hop right now. Tell me what you feel about it.
Well, honestly, but beyond the Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle that happened recently, I thought the state of hip hop for the most part has been trash lately. And that's just my honest
Wow.
opinion. Like, I don't really
Yeah.
like a lot of these artists' songs that they're dropping. Like, don't get me wrong, drill rap's cool, but it's so over exaggerated. Everybody raps exactly the same with the exact same cadence and the exact same melody. And to me, it's like, what is so special about that?
Okay. Okay.
So that's how I look at it. Like, don't get me wrong, there are great artists like Corday and stuff like that. There's definitely great artists out there, but you got no offense to Sexy Reds and stuff, but you're gonna get overcome by that type of stuff.
Okay, so you're saying we need some more originality.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
and not even
we
say
come from
originality because Sexy Red is original. We can't
she
take
is
that.
original.
That's
She is.
original. So it's not
Definitely
about
original.
originality.
And when I
Like,
went and
to me,
listened to her music, I went and gave her music a spin. I'm gonna be real with you.
Maybe content.
The
Our
content ain't nothing different than what Lil Kim was doing. If we being all the way
yeah,
funky,
it's not. Yeah, we
we
being
gonna keep it all the
1,000%
way
honest.
solid. Hold on, I gotta get this out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to come off as the old hater. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm 41 years old. I'll be 42 in a couple of days. July 3rd is my birthday. But I'm gonna keep it all the way funky, right? It's just not for my era. You know what I'm saying? Her music is not for my era. But if we being all the way frank, it ain't no different than what Lil Kim was doing.
Of course.
It really ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because she was talking that same talk, and we all glorified it, and we made her numbers go up and through the roof.
I'll be 100%
It's the
honest
same
with you. I
cycle
rock
happening
with her
already,
music.
all over.
I think her music's way doper than Ice Spice. That's just my own personal opinion.
Yeah,
But
and she doesn't sound like she's not rapping like everybody else.
nah, she
You
don't.
know,
She's original.
she not.
100%.
She not.
She's not. She's not.
Ice Spice has that drill sound, so she kind of got that lock. So that's where she is different than a lot of other people, because she set herself in that lane. That's her sound, and it's the same for a lot of them. But I would agree with you there as far as the current state of hip hop. It's different. I'll say that it's different because when we were growing up, the old heads were saying that about us. All y'all music sound the same. They were saying that. Like, let's keep it real. Like, they were like, we gotta keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same cycle happening all over. The only difference between then and now is we had a variety of artists that didn't do that and didn't put out genocide, and they had their own lane, and people wasn't trying to take that lane away.
Yeah.
Now, in today's time, when you try to put the conscious music out,
They
they
ain't
just
pushing.
stripping that away. So
Yeah, they
that's
don't
the
want to put it out
difference between then and now.
there. Definitely
People
right.
are not really gravitating towards conscious music. They just want to party, they want to turn up, and they want to bop on every single track. Like nobody wants to talk about reality or care about reality. So I would say that's the difference in the music right now.
No, you're right. It's like get high music, get spaced out. As long as you spaced out, the world's cool.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I'm not taking that from some artists because some artists are very incredible. Even Sexy Red, I do respect her craft as far as she created something different. Like even though the Suki honest was already around, but she's just something bigger than Suki
Yeah,
honest.
they came together, and then they came together and did a whole tour, so it made it a whole nother
Nah, she
situation. You
needed
know
that.
what
Honestly,
I'm saying?
Suki honest needed Sexy Red to come out because she made her a bigger artist than me personally. I feel that way because she's been trying to do her thing for years. And
Suki
that
energy was up there, but she really made her thing go up with the OnlyFans thing, and then she making
yeah.
OnlyFans rap videos, and them joints is turned up to the max in them joints. So that put
Yeah.
her on the max.
That's
That
a
put
whole
her on the
different
map.
level.
Like it did. Like if we keep it all the way funky,
That's
you
a whole
know.
different level right there. That's a great business plan.
I know Shay, like what in the world, Tig? I know, but we keeping it all the way funky. That's what we do on the pot. That's what
Yeah,
we
I
do.
know this. This is why I love what I do, because I'm gonna always keep it 100%. Always. No
Yeah,
matter what I do. I
yeah,
feel we're all entitled to keeping our thoughts on it, you know,
right.
no matter who's appeased by them or
Plus,
not.
like another
Right,
great
right.
thing,
I'm gonna
Negro
tell the truth. I'm gonna tell the truth. You know, and it might not be my cup of tea, but that's what happened. You know, like it
yeah,
might not be for me, but like I said, it's for the younger generation. That's their thing. They love it. I'm not no hater. Listen, it might not be the message I want to represent, but that's what you want to represent, and that's who you choose to be. We all have to be accountable when we get older for who we chose and the decisions we made, who we chose to be, and the decisions we made along the way. So hopefully she'll learn something as she gets older, but it is what it is. You know
yeah. I'm
what
saying,
I'm
she take
saying?
care of the family. That's all that matters.
Right. So what's next for D Nation, man? Let's talk about that.
Well, honestly, what's next for me? I'm about to do this summer jam in Winchester, New York, real soon. Beyond that, just trying to get these projects out. Me and shout out to my boy Mad Scientist, aka about to be my new manager. Shout out to my brother Mad Scientist.
Hey, dope.
We decided to push the visuals, and I'm gonna let him do his management thing and see how far this takes us, and really get focused on a lot of different other things.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Also, shout out to Lainey Lanes, that's my marketing manager out of New York. She's been going pretty hard for me too, getting me in the right places. So, like honestly, I don't know exactly what's gonna happen for me, but I'm just looking forward to a lot of great things happening for me. And
Right.
I leave it all in God's hands.
Definitely. He's the
That's
one.
what's up, man. That's definitely what's up. All right, so we at that mark. We a little bit 3 minutes over, but we getting ready to get into the deep part of this interview. So here on the show, we talk about the struggles artists went through while still having to entertain the world. And we share these deep, dark stories with the audience, so that way they can relate. And you talk about how you overcame them. So let's start it up, right? Share with the people something that was a deep, dark time for you and how you pulled yourself through, man.
Well, I could say my deepest, darkest time, and even though I know a lot of people don't like me talking about certain shit, but sorry. First off, apology. I'm not going to do it again. People
Okay.
don't like me talking about certain things,
Mhm.
and for a while I stopped. After for like anybody who watched me on social media, I was very angry. I'll say 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I was very angry. I was under management. During the time I was being managed by one of the biggest radio personalities from my city. Um, and when things went sideways, it was supposed to have went sideways on a good turn. We just decided, you feel me? this ain't working. My mind space is on doing this. Your mind space is on me doing that. How about we separate this entity? But we can still be cool. You feel me? If I ever need advice and stuff, I'll reach out to you.
Right.
And it went from, by me being managed by a radio personality who's pretty connected in the city, a lot of people started trying to blackball me once me and him started working. Certain radio personalities, well, I can't even say they were trying to blackball me because, these days people tell me that, you feel me, it wasn't that. My mind was assuming other things and I took it to different levels without even knowing. So I'm not going to say exactly they was because I don't know. But that's what it felt like at the time. You feel me? Like a lot of these stations, whether it was at 88.9s in my city, went from playing my music constantly to now I'm sending you songs and you won't spin them. And it got to the point when I started looking at it like on a street level. Like, yo, if I was on a corner trying to hustle and somebody's telling people don't buy from him, these dudes want some type of beef, some type of drama with me.
Yeah, we got a problem.
So I started getting so angry, you feel me, to the point I started going live, disrespecting my old manager, disrespecting these radio personalities, you feel me? Like I lost myself for a time. To the point that even other artists in the city because I started really calling artists out. Like, I personally don't think none of y'all can rap better than me. That was my personality at that time. Like, put your money up. I'm going to show y'all can't rap better than me. Then I did a battle and beat somebody at the time. But the way they spent it, they try to make me the sore loser. Like, oh, this dude, he don't like. So it was kind of crazy. It was like the whole city turned against me, I felt, at a point in time. So I took myself away from the music as far as the underground scene, doing things like that. And I started focusing on the college students, sharing my music throughout the school. Yo, check out this, check out this. And I started seeing the transition of how they was, supporting me compared to the ones who I've been around forever. So, like,
yeah,
it took me to go through that to find myself and get out of that angry phase. Like, even shout out to DJ Dex. And DJ Dex, like, he's one of the DJs from my town that I kind of called out. I dropped the whole disc record, trashing my old manager and the DJs for not spinning my stuff. Even Exit Fame, I trashed him on the disc record. You feel me? I'm just being honest. Like, because I was so angry and at him at a point because I'm like, I know you, and you're around the people who are trying to stop me at this point in time. So it just made me feel like everybody was against me.
right.
And I had to really find myself again to let go of that anger. Like, I didn't start this music journey for them. I didn't start this music journey to prove I was the best rapper in Boston. None of that stuff. I started it because it was something I loved.
So what did you do to overcome that? Or as Shay Rosa would say, what do you do to de-stress?
Yeah, because this is one of my this is my thing.
It took a while. It took a while because, like, the first thing I did was try to prove myself even more. Like, you can't stop me. Y'all trying to blackball me, you can't blackball me. So I started, doing songs with other people, getting my music played in California. You feel me? Getting spins in other different states and cities, like, because I was like, yo, I gotta make it so y'all know that eventually you're gonna have to play me anyways.
Yeah.
So, but it got to the point, like, like, I had to let go of the anger too, because at the end of the day, like, at the end of the day, like,
it's a beautiful thing to let go of the anger because when anger consumes you, you say things sometimes that you don't really mean.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, your anger can block blessings. And that's something that I think a lot of us men, especially, we need to learn that we can't let our anger be our driving force. And I'm one of those men included, to add on to what you were saying, bro. I get, man, I have high level PTSD. I got shot in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? I survived it, but I had a behavioral switch because of it, right?
Yeah.
So my anger level was like through the roof sometimes, and I had to dial it back, you know what I'm saying? But I had to understand that sometimes your anger make people not even want to deal with you, bro. So it is always a good thing to find a way to get your anger in check or do something like music that helps you, deal with that stress level and it brings your peace level up here instead of the stress level being at that level.
Yeah,
Um,
that's 100% right.
yeah, so I think that's something that's definitely needed if you're that type of person going through things and you know that your anger is like that.
Yeah.
Having music as an outlet always helps.
I
Those
definitely
were your
that definitely got me through it, and also like I'll be real, like I had to stop blaming everybody or being angry at everybody for what might not have turned out
Accountability.
right. Like you feel me? Like honestly, shout out to Rusty and my old management and all of them. I don't talk to them. I haven't talked to them in years, but I don't got no hatred towards them. You feel me? At the end of the day, like because where I was at in that state of place, like you feel me, we dealing with COVID, we coming out of a lot of other stuff. Like what I wanted to do, you didn't want to do. Like we're human, you feel me? Like at the
Mhm.
end of the day, but like I know how I reacted. You feel me? At first, cause like how anybody would take it. The music's
Right,
getting played constantly. You're always on. Like you're always performing. You're always on stage. You're always getting invited to this place, that place, and then all of a sudden it comes to a halt. And it's like now I'm sending you stuff that other people are playing and breaking in other cities, and my own city won't play it. So it was like no matter how you try to paint it, it felt to me like this it's an attack.
right,
right,
right, right.
right.
But I
And
had to
one thing
fight
about
on
this
my own.
business, bro, you gotta have tough skin. You can't take everything
Yep.
personal and literal.
Right.
And I had to learn that too, especially in radio. When I was first on radio, like my first month or two, maybe I'll say my first 3 months. My first 3 months, I was having a big problem with not taking the subject matter that we're talking about personal and not interjecting myself into it. Like, yo,
Yeah, your personal
why am I
opinion
adding
comes in. Yep.
myself to it? Like, it's not even about me for real. So, um, yeah, that's another way to learn how to keep your anger in check is to not take things so personal and literal. Um, so
So
yeah, man.
I have a question, D.
No, you're right.
I have a question for you. Um, so with all these things going on with your anger and having to realize, accountability and just learning patience in the game, because it takes a lot of patience and people are coming at you at so many angles, but you have to always learn to center yourself and ground yourself. And I learned a little bit about you over the years and just seeing you that you're a really hard worker, that you put yourself 10 toes down in anything that you do. um, so tell me like something else that you do to cope and de-stress besides the music, because I know that's the therapy, but I kind of
Besides the music,
that you like to cook. Is that true?
yeah. Honestly, I'm a chef. Like I cook, I love cooking, but if I'm not cooking, you feel me? Like I'm just a people person. I like being in an environment, people smile and enjoying it. So it's like hanging out with friends and stuff like that. I'm not like I'm not no super gangster dude every single second of my life, and everybody want to be tough a million years. Like if I have to be, yeah, but beyond, I like to live life. Like you feel me? I like to be comfortable. If I go out, I want to go out to a place that I don't got to worry about that's gonna get shot up. I'm just being honest,
Right,
you feel me? And it's sad to say, like, growing up in a black society and being a black man, that a lot of these after parties and stuff that we grew up on, 9 out of 10 times something negative could happen. It sucks that we deal with that Halloween to go on trick or treat and you got to worry about dumb stuff like, and that's the sad part. And that's why when I say my music, when I leave a message and things I try to put out there, be things like that. Because even us as black people, sometimes we push each other so far down. And I've been through the prison and jail situations, like when I Poppy comes on the jail, a bunch of Spanish guys, yo, here's a canteen package, get yourself situated. Black guy come on, yo, who's that? Where he from? What you look like, yo? He one of the ops? Like, we got to break that mentality.
Right.
exactly.
And unity is definitely something that's needed. And that's what we call for. That's why one of the things that I'm doing and also trying to build is like something for the youth. We have a situation going on. We about to start a whole nonprofit called Build Inc. And it'll teach, like these young men out here how to build and things like that. And they get a stipend every week. Listen, man, Give these younger artists something to do, and let them do their craft as well. And there'll be some positive people out here. We didn't have programming out here for a while, because a lot of that type of stuff wasn't available for our people. So
we're beaten down too much as a society. We need to uplift our people.
Correct. So I feel as though that, the more that we have available for the younger generation, the more things can switch and change.
That's 100% right.
And your music is in that direction as well, D. Touching a lot of people with your music.
Yeah, the music, the talks. We need talks. We need motivational speakers. Our rappers need to be the real motivational speakers, other than
100%.
the money in the cars. They use the money and the jewels as motivation, and that's cool. But what about the motivation, the real food, the mental food? And that's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
One of the biggest things about being a musician is you got to understand what the first musician was. The first musician was a magician, the jester, the person that would dance and sing for the king, so you don't chop this person's head off. Entertainment's been a distraction forever. You feel me? People use entertainment and songs to send out certain messages, to bring people to certain diamond, way you dress, the way you act, the way you move, your opinion of life and how you think. A lot of times people don't realize music is the reason why people move a certain way.
Absolutely.
They don't understand how powerful your words are, and that's one thing I always say. Like, sometimes we speak things in existence. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Like I done said songs before that became reality. Like I might have been in the best relationship of my life.
Speak things into fruition, and if you believe in God. I agree with you. You definitely speak things into fruition, whether it be positive or negative.
Negative, yeah.
And people think speaking into fruition is just a positive thing. No, there's negative affirmations out here, people. And there's demons out here too. So you got to be careful who you attach yourself to.
Like people understand when you say that, like,
you know what I'm saying?
How powerful you believe in something is how you make it become physically true.
Absolutely.
And
so let's talk about this song, man. We got a few minutes left.
Yeah, we want everybody to hear your song.
Yeah, so we're gonna play your song. So let's talk about the song. What's the name of this song? And we're gonna play your song because we only got like 3 minutes left, man.
All right, check out my song. It's called Wake Up. It's off the Underestimated mixtape that's out right now on all platforms. The Real Nation. Make sure y'all run it up. It's definitely a beautiful song. It's about, waking up, like, from the struggle, waking up from people telling you can't do nothing. Just wake up, because anything's possible.
Hey, and my apologies for cutting you off, King. Just wanted to, we on a time schedule, so I gotta keep it moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right, so hey, y'all here. Wake up on the podcast with Tigmatic, D Nation. Let's get it.
Everybody, let's go.
Another day, another dollar. Wake up, every day I wake up. I think about a way that I can make myself some paper. I'm hungry, there's no food inside this damn refrigerator. The stove just ain't been working, landlord said he's coming later. What the f*** am I to do? See, I don't wanna starve. It's been like 4 months and I still can't find a job. I've been signing applications, even got myself a suit. Pretty soon I'm gonna grab a gun and scream, where's the loot? Everybody on the ground, I don't wanna go there. Look up at the stars, make a wish, cover both ears. Wish that I was stable, they just cut off the cable. Before there was corona, I was signing to a label. Then everything changed, I never made a plane. Now I just wanna live, that fortune and the fame. I'll be happy with a crib, couple cars that's in my name. I don't ever wanna slip, end up begging cash for change. I don't wanna go to sleep, knowing that I didn't need today. So you can have my soul to keep. Just promise me you'll take the stress away. See, I don't wanna go to sleep, knowing that I didn't need today. So you can have my soul to keep. Just promise promise that you take the stress away. My stomach keep rumbling. I think about robbing these sponges, they coming in. I look at these cats asleep in the streets and say to myself, can be one of them. I ain't trying to be homeless. I've been there before, you already know this. I remember to notice. Take to the door, that day was the coldest. Light 0 below. Behind in the rent, they told us we had to go. Started packing our bags, looking for places, making a bed up on the floor. Had to get credit out the store. Gallon of milk, corn and eggs. Me and my cousin, she in the bed. I hated my life, I better off dead. Was going through hell then. My life was a whirlwind that wouldn't stop spinning. Put me on TV, I'm supposed to be winning. I made a promise, they let me out prison. Now I make a way that we will be saved. So I'm going hard until I see change. The day that I die and lay in the grave. Remember the king, they mention my name. I don't wanna go to sleep knowing that I didn't need today. So you can have my soul to keep. Just promise me you take the stress away. See, I don't wanna go to sleep knowing that I didn't need today. So you can have my soul to keep. Just promise that you take the stress away. Definitely appreciate that.
Definitely a dope record, man. Definitely a dope record. I
Thank you
like
for
it.
that.
I like the melodies. Who was on the melodies, man? I know I asked you before, but tell the people who was on the melodies singing in
Yeah,
the
shout out to my
background.
bro Montez Genius.
Yeah, y'all
Montez
need
Genius also he didn't just make the melody, he made the beat. So shout out to him.
Oh,
You
the
feel
beat
me?
is fire too. The beat is fire too.
check out
Um,
Monsters, everybody. The Genius in Boston.
I like this record because it's an anxiety record,
Mm.
and that's concept rapping for for this newer generation. We call that concept rapping. It's something that's been around for generations, y'all. But when people are talking about something other than the norm, that's called a concept.
Yeah.
Um, so like I said, this is an anxiety record because you're talking about life on life terms, right?
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind this record?
Because
Explain that a bit. Even though you broke it down in the song,
Yeah.
explain what you was going through real quick. We got a few minutes. We got
Yeah.
8 minutes, so
It's
7 minutes.
yeah. So going through a situation, you feel me, like in life, and like even at that point in time, I wasn't really struggling per se myself, but I've been through that struggle so much times, like sleeping on couches, sleeping on floors, staying on this person's, sleeping in my car at nights when I couldn't, when it was just too late. You feel me, like so I understand how it feels to have nothing and worry about not eating that day. So it's like, but you're so determined that I can't go to sleep without eating.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
find a way to eat a meal before this day is over. Whatever, whether it's you gotta feed your kids, feed yourself, or feed your family, you're gonna figure it out before that day ends. And that was just determination what I felt when I was writing that song.
That's what's up. Go ahead, Shay. One
that
more
that
question.
that for me shows determination and drive in you as yourself. So who was one of your biggest supporters? I'm just gonna say that because I know there was somebody that was really special to you. And who was one of your biggest supporters to you?
Yo, it's crazy. My biggest supporter, I could say my biggest fan, I feel like in music is my mother. Well, I love my
Oh,
mother
that's
to
what's
death.
up,
Like she'll
bro.
come to my shows and turn up and get lit.
That's
Mama,
what's up, bro.
So like that's my
mom.
biggest like,
That's
and
what's
I be
up.
real,
That's
like, cause no
definitely
matter
what's up.
whether it was freedom, home, jail, the first letter I got was Mom Duke. So I can never
Mama.
That's
take
what's
that
up,
from her.
bro.
You feel
Yes,
me? I can never take
that's
that.
a blessing. That's a blessing, and we're gonna shout out to Mama and all those mamas that supporting all of those lockdown and your time locked down. Um, what do you say to those coming up that have been in the situation that you've been in and are now looking at it where they feel like I'm on the outside now and I don't know where to go or where to start? What can you say to them as their journey stepping out?
Or anybody who's fresh out of a system, just know there's still opportunities. Because like a lot of people will tell you, yo, you got felonies or records. This ain't possible. That ain't possible. You can't get a job here. You can't. That's a lot. People will people will hire what they see is worth hiring. If you if
Absolutely.
you if you show somebody you're determined, like instead of just signing an application and just signing it, you call those people every day. Yo, you hiring still? You hiring still? You hiring still? To the point that person knows your voice. Like they start getting annoyed at your determination. It just shows like
Right.
a different stance. Anything is possible. I tell anybody that. Like me, about I'm about to say my age, but just know my age is up there. And at the end of the day, I just know personally, like you could start some just because you started in one place doesn't mean you have to end in that place. Anything is possible. So
That's
you
a
might be
fact.
struggling today, and tomorrow you might be in a way better position when you're great and you're healthy. So at the end of the day, don't think
That's
what's
a fact.
happening now is your forever. It's not.
Right.
It's only the beginning.
Right. Dope. Dope. Thank you for that. Thank you. That was a great
Yeah,
message.
that's dope, man. So I think you're a dope artist, bro. And I thank you for coming on, man. Listen, this was definitely a pleasure, us meeting. You know what I'm saying? Me getting to interview you. Thank you, Shay Rosa, once again. You know
You're
what I'm
welcome.
saying?
I definitely
Coming through in the
appreciate it.
clutches
Apologies for the
always.
cursing again.
Hey, you're a rock star, so I got to shout it out. And I don't want to just say it behind the scenes. I'm going to say it on air. I got a rock star, folks. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Dope.
So, yeah, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, man, we got to have you on Stirring the Pot so you can come on and play some videos for us.
Yeah, I'm down.
That show is strictly about the music and the music only. We
Yeah.
don't really talk the deep talk on there, but sometimes it tends to get deep on there as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It depends on the artist and how they want to share. This place is really a safe space for the artist to share the deep parts about them, like how you shared about your anger and things like that. Yeah, man, that's stuff that people need to hear because there's a lot of people going through that same thing, man. I have high level PTSD, and I constantly say that on the show, and I know people hear it, but I speak on it because it's something that other people have. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yep.
not the only person in the world with PTSD. So
Right.
this is why
Right.
this show was started, a safe space for people to share traumas, pain they've been through, and ways they overcame it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to
Definitely.
thank you for coming on, man. And it
I
was a
definitely
pleasure.
appreciate you guys.
I definitely want to thank you once again for coming on. Also, anybody in the Boston area, I'm gonna actually have D Nation on my show on July 11th. He will be in the Somerville area at the Jungle. You guys can come out and see him in the Boston area if you'd like to come out for that at the Somerville in at the Jungle in Somerville. So come out and see D Nation. He will be performing. It'll be a dope show.
Yeah, definitely turn up.
Yeah, turn it.
Turn up.
Yeah. So I appreciate you to come for coming out. I appreciate you for being on the pop with us and sharing with us because I know how dope you are. Okay. I have been watching you as an artist grow as an artist, and you're phenomenal. I wouldn't have asked you on the show if I didn't believe that you are a phenomenal artist, and wherever you go from here is up. That's the only place that we going from here is up. So I'm enjoying seeing the journey and so much to see from here. And the legacy that you leave behind is going to be a great one.
I
So
got one more question for you, good brother. Are you there? Is he there?
I think he's there. We might have got a freeze on his he might have got a freeze. I'm not sure.
He's
D, you
here.
there? He's frozen.
Well, it looks like our guest is having some technical difficulties on his end. So
And
I
we're
guess we're
running
going to
it
just
out.
end the show off like that. And there you have it.
Right.
Hey y'all, listen, the show is getting better and better as we go along. And I want to say thank you to all those who tune in and support. Thank you for the subscribers. I'm having a wacky day today a little bit. It's a wacky Saturday. I've been running around like a chicken with its head cut off. And I'm excited for some things like I was sharing with you guys. We have a nonprofit organization we're going to get going and booming. And hey, you guys stay tuned for the things that we have coming. And listen, the showcase is still going. I'm going to have a special guest, live performances. You know, it's going to be fun. Come on down, you know, and listen, y'all. The pot is booming. We here, y'all. You know, Shay Rose and Tigmatic. We
Hey,
out.
we out. Bye, guys. See you soon.